Hey guys, how y'all doing today? It is about 7:30, a little bit afterwards. It's your man, CEO 369 coming to you with yet another one. Man, busy weekend. It was me and my wife 9-year wedding anniversary. So I was kind of pulled back out of the spotlight, enjoying time with my wife over the weekend. Some crazy stuff going on within the scope of the work that I do, the federal government, being an administrative officer. Had to have my talking points ready to go because a little bit crazy, but I am not going to be focused on that because I am focused on what I like to do with my YouTube channel, and that being that of a coach as well as a consultant, just to bring to uh, my community, my tribe, and the rest of you guys fascinating things that I have learned as I'm on this YouTube journey. Really getting to know a lot of people and all of the love and the shout out that come with it. Some that teach and help me to learn how to navigate these YouTube streets and how it can be very impactful to me. I was doing some studying today. Obviously, when I drive into work, I have about half an hour, 45-minute commute, depending on traffic. Then I just call that my university time, where I put on an audio book. I'm focused on getting from my home to my workplace as safe as possible, whether I take the back streets or if I should jump on the highway. But today I heard something I thought was very profound, so I did a little research on it. And the topic is called the Moonshot Effect. Now, this psychological trip that I'm going to take you guys on with the Moonshot Effect is very, very helpful for those of you, myself included, to be able to optimize your YouTube channel and also to unlock, guess what? Your greatness. I always bring my three core convictions as it pertains to my foundations, my pillars that I learned from my mentor, Robin Sharma, which is mine is honor, love, and respect. Those are my three pillars, and you'll see that out on my YouTube channel that I often go by. And it just breathes a certain amount of freedom for myself. And I like to think that you, as CEOs, you can tailor that also for your creativity, your entrepreneurship, and those of you that are high level operators. But you have to look within yourself in order to create that. So that is going to be the essence of what I talk about today. Being able to take your mindset, you being able to take your heart set, your health set, and your soul set to that next level, your psychology and what you're thinking about, what you're inputting into your mind, your heart set, which is being able to control those emotions that we all have. We can't get away from them no matter what. You know, 99.9% of the time, that fear hormone cortisol takes over in a lot of our day to days. But at the same time, your health set and how you prepare yourself for each and every day you're given on God's green earth to get out there to do what you have basically been put on this earth to do, finding that passion within. And what I love about it is that YouTube has given us a platform to help us to revolutionize those challenges. I watched my daughter do her first YouTube channel, and her video was just, for me as a father, it was very thought provoking because I watched this little bundle of joy grow into womanhood. And now, being a grandpa, uh, seeing her raising her grandson, my grandson, I'm sorry, not her grandson, I wouldn't even be here. And also, just to the things that me and my wife do, like with myrootedvines.com, our online e commerce store, being able, that entrepreneurial spirit that we have, being in our second year, we have to understand this growth pattern. If you guys can see this plant that's behind me, my wife has rearranged the plant, so sometimes I don't even be knowing what's going to do what or who's going to be behind me. But this plant, I watched it grow over the years, and it's getting fuller and fuller. She tends to our plants like they are her babies, which some people say they are. You know, she sprays them, she wipes them off, and I'm just here to move them if they're too big for her. But the concept is taking your YouTube channel, let's say for instance CEO 369, taking it to that a whole new level in the way that you think about how to do things. And that's the aspect of that effect. The moonshot effect is a strategy used by visionaries, people who have visions, who go out and get it, and who make things happen both for themselves, for their community, being of service to those that are less fortunate, and just cause tremendous growth in their personal life as well as in their community. And that's what I see here on YouTube, going on just shy of about not even 4 months, you know, as we're winding up the month of February, stepping into your aspects of your life and those things that are what I call greatness, it helps being able to apply the principles of the moonshot effect for helping you to optimize your content, expand your influence, and also solidify your legacy. That is the critical part that I see when I look at YouTube, when I'm out on there and I'm looking at other folks' pages and just watching them grow and the things that they're doing with their YouTube page and some of the folks that they're helping along those lines. I think today I was looking at Sun Energy's YouTube channel, and even though it was raining, she's just expanded her their chicken coop, to have the baby chicks on one side and the bigger chicks, chickens and the rooster on the other side. But it was just a phenomenal thing, just being able to take that moment to observe something that someone takes time to create for themselves, for the betterment of their lives as well as others. So, you never know what's going to come out of it. So oftentimes that's what I like to do, even in my work. When I walk into my office, I work for the federal government. And even those things may seem weird right now, I go in with that focus, with that purpose of what I do as an administrative officer, helping those men and women in HR areas to make sure that their things are fine when it comes to our budget. My job is to oversee that. So I try to ensure that we are staying within, they call it a CR, a continuing resolution, because a budget hasn't been fully uh, completed by the legislative branch, but there's a whole lot of executive orders going on by the current president. So just being mindful of the things that we can do, following the laws, and ensuring that the men and women have the property. We're about to come up on a huge inventory where we have 100% inventory to ensure that my team is ready to go out to do the work that they need to do. And then, you have facility matters that you have to tend to in your day to day, along with just the vehicles, the fleet inventory. It's just so, it can seem very vast, but I have a really great team. And as they're growing and they're working together, that teamwork, that's what I see when I think about YouTube. Because what it ends up happening is that you join a community and you join a group of people that you connect with, like-mindedness, who may be doing a lot of different things, but they like what you say. You go and check out what it is that they do. Whether it could be people that are gamers, it could be people that like Selena Celestial, who does tarot card reads. It's just fascinating that sometimes you sit with that person while they're doing their YouTube channel, and you can become inspired by their work. My biggest thing of it is I want to give you guys a preview of what that moonshot effect mindset is like. And your YouTube channel and how that aspect of it can grow. You know, what the moonshot is, it's a bold, transformative goal that redefine what is possible. You know, and what I mean by that, you know, you have some very large companies like Nvidia Shield that's out there. You have other, you know, young people that are entrepreneurs that are jumping into, whether it's in fashion, whether it's in beauty, whether it's in physical fitness. People are getting out there. They are putting themselves out there on this YouTube platform to engage with one another, to show just strong, you know, accords with one another, strong, using this technology to grow. I often talk about Sean Cannell or Benjamin Travis. Those two gentlemen came together. They're out of the state of Washington area. Even the wife has like millions of subscribers, and just the whole dynamic of how Think Media has grown and the YouTube secrets has helped people to grow. That's what I'm looking for when I'm talking about, you know, CEO 369 Consulting, tapping in to the various um, young creators, entrepreneurs, and operators, young and old, I should say, not just yet, but those that have a passion to share their experiences and what it is that they do. So I want to encourage you guys, instead of thinking small, you know, think big. You remember those three that I tell you guys? It says, you know, dream big. You may start as a small YouTube content creator, but begin now. Don't hold up from what it is that you're passionate about. You may see your step, that big dream that you have, you're taking the small steps within the scope of YouTube to learning all the ins and outs, the behind the scenes when you go out to the YouTube studios, seeing your algorithm, seeing how things are flowing or moving, identifying and looking through all of your content. You know, to me, it's just, you know, I think this is going to be probably about my 114th video. But I like to go back and look at my videos so I can see, oh, how can I move in this direction, improve the process. I don't do a lot of editing because it's just having a conversation. It's like if I'm having a conversation with a potential client, I'm not going to say, oh, stop, wait, let me go back. You know, let me try to fix that. Let me do this. No, I'm going to be authentic. I'm going to be relaxed. I'm going to be who I am naturally. So that's how I love to look at YouTube. I don't try to do too many takes. I guess that's what I'll say because you know, I figure when I'm sitting down in front of you guys, I'm going to be who I am naturally, if that makes sense to you. You know, some people take takes. My wife does it often. You know, she'll start our Rooted Vines YouTube channel, and she'll start something. And she, oh God, you know, I'm like flow. I just get into that flow state, and I have fun with it, and that's how it helps me to define how I want my channel just to be genuine. You know, I'm by no means a perfect human. You know, I do have certain flaws and quirks or different things like that. But I hope what I bring to you guys, it has value. In the optimization formula, now there are one, two, three, four parts that I'm going to talk about, and they're all in the P category. So four P's. The first one's going to be your purpose. Define the core message that sets you apart. That's why I like CEO 369 Consulting, because to me it's like a badge of honor when people see me and here on YouTube or elsewhere, when I tell them what it is that I do, that I get that CEO. I love that feeling. You know, I am a creator, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm a high level operator. I will be able to jump into different facets of the things that I enjoy doing and truly, hopefully, uh, don't skip a beat. You know, precision. You know, it's like anything athletic that I get into when I get up in the morning. I do my 20 20 20 formula, 20 minute of workout, 20 minute of reflection, meditation, and then that 20-minute period of growth. I'm in that flow state. I'm in my zone. I do what I do. I set my coffee. even my Roddy Zuri, she'll stay at the top of the staircase until she knows that I'm complete. And how she knows that is that she hears certain things that I'm doing. And so when I get, her medication out, when I get her uh, Denny stick bag out, and I get her pill pocket bag out, and she hears that open, she starts coming down the stairs. She allows me, sometimes she'll come down with me, but for the most part, I would say 98% of the time, she'll stay at the top level of our staircase, and she'll just wait to hear that. And then she know it's on and popping. She know, okay, after I finish that, then I go outside, I get to do my business, you know, go back inside. My human, he gonna get my dog food, and her day has started. So she knows those things. That's why I try to move with precision. Whether it's niche down, but make a massive impact. That's the important thing about your precision, being precise about what it is that you do. However you wish to deliver your message on YouTube to your audience, to your community, it's yours. It's nobody else's. So that would be the number two. Number three, production, high value content without over complication. 90% of the time, you guys are going to see me sitting in this space where I sit at regularly. You'll see my beautiful woman behind me. You might see a different plant, but for the most part, this is where I enjoy sitting. I do have a spot upstairs. I haven't gone up there for a minute, but for the most part, this is where I sit at. And then persistence, being consistent breeds authority. You know, when you know what it is that you do, what you enjoy doing, or you're stepping into something that's new, like for me, this is new, while at the same time, consulting is new. But I step into that. I bring the experience that I brought over 57 years of knowledge, and I apply it into my YouTube channel. And I enjoy sharing that because this is real world stuff. These are examples that I'm telling you about as a small creator who implemented a long term vision. Their strategies ends up 10xing as they grow. That's what'll happen. You'll 10x what it is that you do. I love Dr. Priscilla, Empowered Living. She has our challenge begins March 1st. I still got to do my restreams. Still got to put my playlist together, but I'm down for it. Us and me and 10 others are on her channel for that challenge, and we're going to tap in. But also, there are others that I tap into. Lashana's success and just encouragement that she gives people. There are so many of us out here that are so dynamic. Mind games. He's another one. I haven't been over in that brother's a long time, but he just ball of encouragement. Fishy things. I love what fishing. I already told him this year here in Georgia, I'm finding me a fishing hole and just go out there, throw my I don't have a fish rod. I'm gonna get me one, but I'm gonna make it happen because those are critical to what it is that I want to do. When I see things that inspire me, I like to tap into it. And the moonshot effect allows you to expand your growth. You're not staying in this little fishbowl or this little pond. You're setting your sights out for greater things within this YouTube virtual world that we have. And it gives you the ability, your creativity isn't about perfection, it's about what your vision is. All these other things will come into play. I'm gonna tap into them, but you'll see that. Most creators, entrepreneurs, and operators uh, don't lack ideas. They lack execution at a scale and to being able to grow. Like my scale for my YouTube channel is to have millions of videos. I want to leave a history, a legacy of videos that are thought provoking and make men and women want to tap in early to what their dreams are, what their desires are, and what has them driven to go beyond a regular 9 to 5. Trust to believe, nothing wrong with it. 2 years shy of 30 years, I've had the time of my life, both military and civilian federal government. I've gotten to travel the world. Almost every state except for the northern states. And hey, I feel accomplished in that sense. But what also the Moonstruck Effect does, there is what is known as the 70-20-10 rule for content. 70% of your work has to be tested, and it has to be have true content, meaning what it is that you're talking about, people can go out and find it. People can do the research. That's why I tell you, when I talk about my mentor, Robin Sharma, I literally have his material. You can go out onto the website and get this material. There is no secret to it, but how it impacts you, your experience is going to definitely be totally different than mine. Mine, to this day, I still listen to the 5 a.m. Club, and that was way back in March. I still read that book. I have notes. I have drawn in it, and it's just still so powerful to me. But I also have other books that I read and I research. The the next 20% is innovative but calculated risk content. It almost gets me to thinking about, like I told you guys, I enjoy day trading. Aside from consulting, day trading is another passion of mine that I want to tap into once I retire, because I believe and feel that I can tap into another source of income that can I can make it immediately what I make it now with the work that I do just as quick, and still live that life that I enjoy. I am not, I hope those that do have Social Security and things like that. But I just remember my grandmother when I was like in the military, I was in Germany, and I called and talked with her. And I remember her telling me, like, baby, by the time you hit retirement age, Social Security might be a thing of the past. And if you are watching the news, you already know. Each year is they're trying to tap into the Social Security because that's the last bastion of untapped resources that the American people have paid into, who worked their most of their lives so that they could have something when they retire. But I digress. I don't get stuck on that because the final one, that 10% that makes that 100%, is just pure moonshot. It's that effect that you're trying to launch yourself from here to the moon. The game changing content that you bring, to Shayla, things that are going on with Dodash, things that are going on with Dante and his wife. These are experiences that I think if we, as small YouTube content creators and those of us that are growing, are into CEO, CEO of Cash, all of these small YouTube channels that are growing exponentially. Old Man Mike, you know, it was a Big Jack Storytime. All of these men and women, they it's like the thrusters that you can definitely see. Imagine like all these YouTube platforms being like rockets, just ready, and people working on theirs and getting ready to take off, and they're tapping in, they're touching all the buttons and making sure all their stuff. Because when you're ready to shoot, you don't never know when it's going to happen. That video is going to go viral. That your audience, you're going to wake up one morning. Because for me, every time I wake up, I see either one subscriber or two subscribers. I remember I had getting ready to do this challenge, and God is my witness, with Empowered Living. I had 106 subscribers, and now I have, just in a matter of a week, 116 subscribers. I am utterly grateful. I believe in what it is that I'm doing. That's why I'm saying your moonshot effect, it becomes a game changer to you. And I sometimes, I eagerly await for that next idea so that I can come to you guys and I can share it, because I believe once it's shared by me and I pour into you guys, I get filled up once again by, guess what, my community, because you guys pour right back into me, and I take those ideas and I churn and I burn them and I study and I do my research and I right back out again. So I want to be even more ready to be an impact to those of you that are out there. And I'm ready for you guys to be impactful to me. This is both ways, baby. It's not just a one-way street. You just get from me, and no, this is freely given. You know what I'm saying? So anything that I do say, trust, do, believe. I've done some research on it. I've followed this. This moonshot effect is the real deal, Holyfield, the real McCoy, as they like to call it. You can type in the moonshot effect, and it will give you all of that. And when I read it and I saw it today, I was like, yes, indeedy, because it was freely given to me. So I cannot hold something like that, which is a gem, because what it could quite possibly do for you makes it even that much more beneficial for me. So remove the creative fear. If you want to do something, you want to bring it to the table, by all means. Great content isn't about what you produce today. It's about the movement you create over time. Think about that. Then in the 5 a.m. club, they call it day stacking. They call it the micro wins, or if you in financial sense, they call it the compounding interest effect. Sometimes they say, would you want $1 million one time, or would you want a penny turned over like 30 years? Each day that penny doubles. Boom, boom, three. Some people see the $1 million one time right then and there, but that compounding interest of that penny as it grows and grows and grows. I think the one I can't remember the actor, but he was the voice for when the Lion King first came out, the original Lion King, and he played, what is that dog? The little kid lion, not Mufasa, but the baby cub. Anyway, and his mother, they were going to give them a certain amount of money just for him to sing, oh, I just can't wait to be king. And he had a couple other singing parts in there. But his mother said, no, I want to get the percentage that comes from every time that movie is shot. And that kid is a grown man now. And he said that that was the best investment that his mother, being his manager, was able to make for him and his family, because the Lion King went a whole nother different direction now. But that song, every time it's played by Disney, remake or whatever, that young man is being paid. And is just a blessing that he had his mother there, being his manager, to ensure that he was going to be taken care of properly. So that's what I say. Over time, this is what you will find out. This is what you'll develop as you're building and growing your YouTube channel. You might want to go out, stand out, and look at the moon. You know what I'm saying? Look at the stars and just like, wow, okay, I see what he means by that moonshot. And then get ready within yourself to help take you to that next level. Those things, those ideas, those dreams, those desires, what drives you, and it will truly happen. Like I say again, you know what? Tomorrow, I'm going to ask my wife first. But tomorrow, if I do my video, I'm going to do another video. But the next video I do, I'm going to bring down, I call this plant Banjo, because that's kind of like the family name that it goes by, but it's a fiddle leaf tree. Remember, I told you guys it was, my wife said it wasn't doing so well, so we put it in the master bathroom, and that fiddle leaf tree, it had 5 leaves on it when we put it in there, and then within the next couple of days, 3 of the 5 just fell off, and it was only 2 on there. You see this joker now. It's full. It's not like really tall. It's probably I want to say about that tall, but the leaves that have grown out on it, it just looks remarkable. It probably wants to stand there forever. My wife's already said that its time is about up, but I call them banjo. But anyway, you should see the lush leaves on this little critter. what it's doing, and it's just fascinating. I'm of the mindset that it's time for it to go its own way and let somebody else that might need to be in there do what it need to do. So, as I like to say, as always, and I'm gonna wrap this one up. But if you guys appreciate this, I definitely enjoy each and every one of you. Please drop a comment inside the comment section, leave a like, share this video. If you have something that you want to ask of me, I love getting ideas from people so I can develop my ideas. It's not just all about me coming. I want to engage with my audience. So I really appreciate it. I think, like I said again, I'm at 116. I like to try to get to 120, 130. You know what I'm saying? I ain't too shy to beg. I think that was TLC Jam. For you youngins, you might have to look that up. But I will always ask, but always remember to honor yourself because you'll be able to honor other people. Love yourself, and you truly will be able to love other people and respect yourself because that'll enable you to respect others. And as my mentor, Robin Sharma, would say, if you own your morning, you will elevate your life. You guys have an awesome rest of your evening, morning, or day, and we'll talk to you soon. Goodbye.